Paris, and Cuba. And if you look at all the cocktail books, they all come from mostly Europe and in the islands. Cuba for the most part. One of the most classic drinks that was actually rated. Does anybody know about this sort of famous writer from the United States?
Hemingway.
Ernest Hemingway.
They got Miami boy.
Hemingway.
Key West.
Guys,
Hemingway.
it was his two favorite places in the world he would go.
Cuba.
And Paris. He had a house in Cuba.
Yeah, house in
Those were
Cuba.
his two favorite places.
Huge house.
And one of the things I was in, in Cuba he has.
Yeah.
In Cuba he has two places that were his favorites. Anybody wants to take a guess?
Havana?
Huh? Yeah, but which one?
Paradero.
But there's a beach.
Havana? Somewhere in Havana?
That was good. At least you got the country right.
The beach, right?
Wait, Santiago, Cuba.
Título de Juana.
He had one in Key West.
Santa Clara.
The house that he wrote in his book is in the Key West.
Santa Clara? No? Santiago?
All right.
Guanabacoa.
Don't worry, I got you guys. So the two places that he released most of his, not literature, but he wrote a lot of his books there as well. One of them was actually where it was created the mojito, which is,
Wow.
anybody wants to take a guess? If you don't know, it's okay. It's in Havana, which is the capital of Cuba. So there was a bar called Bodeguita del Medio. Don't worry what it stands for. Bodeguita, which means like market in the center of Havana, let's say. It's really not. It's really not. But back then, there was really not so much, but what I'm trying to say with this part, the place is square footage, I'm not exaggerating. You open that door, and you shut this down, this is a bodeguita. Well, maybe not. This much is a bodeguita del medio. But it has a second story, which it goes all the way to the other side of the building, of the house, to the other side. But this side, where Hemingway used to stand, it still has the same statue of him, or it has his name logoed in, actually it has his name logoed in where he used to stand, which he would stand like this, stand up, because it would be so wasted he couldn't. Supposedly he suffered of, what's the sugar?
Diabetes.
So he shouldn't be drinking that much. Bodeguita del Medio. El daiquiri, which everybody thinks is a frozen cocktail, from the machines. El daiquiri. El daiquiri is it pronounced?
It's lemon, right?
Let's get to one, please. Because if not, we're not going to finish it today. El daiquiri was actually from another bar. I think it's 10 to 12 blocks away. It's really interesting because when you walk through there, you see a lot of the history. Cuba is history. There's nothing done to it since they took power. So just think about it. Anything you see, it's part of history. It's been there since the 30s, 40s, 50s. So it's insane. But one of the things about the walk over there, that's the same walk he used to take to, which is a straight line and then he makes a left. And there's this really fancy-wancy restaurant, which is called El Floridita. That's where he created the daiquiri. There's two daiquiris in the world. Well, strawberries and all that's totally different. But daiquiris at its own, there's two. There's a classic daiquiri, and there's another daiquiri. Anybody wants to take a guess? Don't say strawberry, please. No.
Non-classic.
No, okay, I'll finish. There's a classic daiquiri, and there was one name after him. Hemingway Daiquiri. Why was there a daiquiri named after him?
Because he was so famous over there.
Incorrect. The only reason why he would go to the bartender after drinking so many mojitos, and he figured that he had to stop drinking, sugar. So he created what is called the Hemingway Daiquiri. Anybody wants to take a guess? Probably not.
It's a mojito with no sugar.
That's it, right?
Grapefruit.
Grapefruit
Oh, okay, cool.
from the island. All right. Same recipe. Instead of sugar, grapefruit. Shake, strain. So we're good on that one.
Some restaurants use
Yeah?
the X-rated
Are we sure?
grapefruit.
Yeah. Let's.
The liqueur.
So we got word the daiquiri and all these things. So that's why they immigrated. A lot of the bartenders, like I said, went up north to. Went overseas to Paris, London, all these different places, and they realized that they could create a lot of crazy cocktails. A lot of them work at the Ritz-Carlton. Actually, it wasn't Ritz; it was the Ritz Hotel in Paris, and a lot of great cocktails came out of there. Which is one of the most international cocktails, Sidecar. Which you probably don't hear that often anymore, but it's one of the cocktails that if you look at any cocktail bar, hot cocktail bar, the Regent, Broken Shaker, you might see it in their cocktail menu every once in a while. All right? Everybody knows what a sidecar is based out of? What is the most important spirit? What is the base spirit? What is it?
Cognac.
Rum?
Excellent. Cognac.
Cognac.
I love how you guys get scared when I say, what is it?
Cognac, Cointreau, and sour mix, right?
Bartender that worked. It was created between Hemingway. If you look at the recipe books, it was created by Hemingway. It was really the bartender and Hemingway playing around back and forth. We're all good?
And when you're getting the shit.
Who created Pina Colada? Where? I said this beginning of my.
Brazil? No. I don't know.
Puerto Rico.
I'm done guessing. Yeah.
Exactly, Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico has a little bit of flair as well. Puerto Rico created they have more cocktails, but the most international cocktail, which is #2 in the whole world of sales. Which one wants? Anybody wants to pick? What was the #1 in the 2000s? Pina Colada's #2. Which one's #1?
Mojito. Oh, yeah, again.
Mojito. Mojito, Pina Colada.
I'm gonna play
It doesn't mean these cocktails are better than others. It just means more tourists.
I'm gonna play one today.
Remember, cocktails are going to be the mostly part, which is more where tourists go to. Those are the cocktails always going to be #1. When you're at a hotel, what do you want to have? You want to have an old fashioned, or you want to have a Pina Colada by the pool?
I know.
Pina Colada by the pool, of course.
Depends.
More fresh.
For the most part. For the most part. For the most part. For the most part. So just think about that. Cosmo was 90s.
Yeah.
Sex on the Beach was in the 80s.
Yep.
All right, we're all good?
Another good one.
We're all good?
In the 80s.
There's two. Most of them, actually, New York and Miami are always the battle against. I still say it was created in not in Miami, sorry, northern part of Florida. And I stick to that one, because I'm sticking to that one. But there's really nothing much to it. It was a bartender shaking up cocktails, he got tired of making Mai Tais. Sex at the Beach came on the market. You know, he created some peach, some vodka, shake it with some orange juice and cranberry. There's really not too much history on that. You rule as much as you want. They're going to be a battle between New York and Florida.
Yeah.
That's all it is. But the bad thing about cocktails, which is really what I screw up, everybody's all about registering names into, so whoever registers kind of has it.
Gets the credibility.
Doesn't mean, it's like if we go back to rum, what was the first rum? The first distillery to make rum, which one was it?
Bacardi.
Huh?
Mount Gay.
Mount Gay. What year?
1703.
Excellent. Excellent. Verbatim, Mount Gay, simple. Mount Gay is the distillery. The actual Gay is actually the last name of the gentleman that actually would take care of it, and actually was the mayor, took care and took over the whole distillery, getting the most percentage of profit share back then. But was rum really created in the islands?
They say Tanduay, the Asian rum. It's the oldest rum.
In 1703, is that?
Asian one? Wow.
Asian?
Just think about it.
Think
Where was
how old
sugar
the
cane?
Asians are.
Us island boys, we didn't have sugar cane. Sugar cane was brought in.
Over. Yeah, okay.
Remember, guys,
It's like cows, you know,
we had
cows.
gold. Let's not forget that. We had gold.
There's no cows.
I mean, they took it away fast, but we had
Yeah,
gold.
we had to go.
We had gold.
It ran out.
Let's not get it twisted.
They
We had
brought
a-
him everything for the goat.
But what I'm trying to say with is sugar cane, the first bottles of rums and everything was actually created in Asia. Screw that whole thing, the whole story. First registered rum distillery was done here. That means there was a smarter guy that actually said, you know what, I think I can make a name out of this. And he did. Whoever registers gets the name.
Gold out of.
But the
Still
Tanduay
super.
family is like claiming it. They're
Huh?
making it.
What happened?
Tanduay, the brand.
Oh yeah, that I think is from the 1500s.
15. Yeah, they said 15.
That's all I'm saying. Rum, it was already being done. It was just they registered the name.
Oh, okay.
So if you look at what was the first rum, Mount Gay might pop up as the #1 distillery in Barbados. Doesn't mean they were the first one making it. It was just the first one registered distillery.
In Barbados.
You understand? I just don't want you to get confused with this. Because a lot of people are going to be like, yo, you just don't. And it's really, first registered, Asia was the first place to make it, technically. They even say Arab countries were the first ones. There's always a battle between both of them, okay?
Okay.
You guys are so scared.
No,
You guys are
we're
going to
not.
fail my test today.
No. No, there's no test.
All right, so let's make the next cocktail. I'll stop talking for 5 minutes.